people are really out here acting, bro. Like they like it's like when you try to write a paper with the footnotes.
Right.
Remember what happened to you back then? Teacher see it like, you try to use.
It's called plagiarism.
Yeah.
But I see you using the footnotes right there. So now you got people just doing AI shit, YouTube playlists, and just going and downloading somebody else's curated list.
Yep.
And then doing it in front of some people who don't know that list.
Right.
Welcome to the Your Peak Life podcast. Let's conquer the summit of life and reach the apex of our potential.
What's up, everybody? DJ Julian Rivera here. Welcome to another episode of Your Peak Life podcast. We have another amazing special guest today. We also have two of my co-hosts in the house today, which I'm excited to have, so it's not just me and the sphere in the house. But before we start anything, make sure you like, follow, subscribe, YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Music. Today, Edgar, the Sphere Munoz, you always see him here. We got Mr. Mike, broker from the bottle, Little, in the house today. And then our very, very special guest. If you're watching this and you're from VA, you should know who this person is. And if you don't, let's just say this. Producer, born and raised, produced for, I don't know, probably a lot of your favorite hip-hop and R&B stars in the area. You've seen him out, but he's so humble. He's also a monster. He stays under the radar, but still in everyone's face at the same time. We got Bink Dog, the producer, a.k.a. Mr. Humble Monster in the house. Bink, what up, my guy?
What's up with you, bro?
What's good, dog?
Can't call it.
You know, it's came a long way since meeting you in the Funny Bone days.
Me and Angus was just talking about you last night.
Hope good things.
Yeah, because he was talking about the new Funny Bone about to open up.
Yep.
Supposed to be bringing you back or something.
Yeah, I mean, they're doing, so September 10th, they're going to do the Apollo Night reunion. That's like where everybody used to come out. So I have a whole story on that. They want me to go on stage and share it because it was big. They wanted to cancel it. And I was like, nah, dog, we got to keep this going because I'm booking this shit anyway. Outside of the main headliners, let's keep this going.
First of all, where's the company invite? This is September 10th?
This all just happened, dog. I'll tell you. This is why I'm talking about it now. This all just happened. And everybody needs to come to this.
My bad.
We're going to talk about this.
He put you on Front Street.
It's all good. I love it because I was going to send all this out later today because I have to work on some shit after this. But besides that, that's where you and I met. In theory, because you kept, mad people came out. I mean, those Apollo nights were dope. Yeah, those were fire. I mean, remember Showtime at the Apollo back in the day? Yeah. So we just mirrored that and just made it
at
down
Funny
here.
Bone here.
Correct. And then we had it running before 06, but from 06 to 2011, that was the time that I was really booking all the local guys. And I was the DJ, and I was doing everything. And all the management left, and they just let me run the night. I was making $10 an hour, making sure that I was running this night so this local comedy scene can continue to thrive in that area. Because the other places, Funny Bone's so dope, they just started shutting down because Funny Bone's a conglomerate. They just kill it. It's Funny Bone and Improv. That's the company. And they're still killing it to this day. They're moving to a new location. I'm stoked to see when that's going to happen. It's actually right across the street from where the new office is about to be, too, which just makes it even better.
Okay.
But Bink, we met there, but that's not the only place we've seen each other a lot. But I want the audience to know who Bink is. Like, who are you, dog? Don't be humble, all right?
I'm just a Norfolk kid, man, born and raised. I was born in Robin Hood. That was one of the first projects.
Okay.
In Norfolk, over there off Robin Hood Road.
Yep.
Zoe Garden, right there in that area. My father used to always say, he used to play pickup games with Dr. J. I was like, come on, Paul, my pop's lying like this. I got you, Pop. But then kind of found out George Gervin and Dr. J played for the Squires.
Yeah. Back in the day.
Yeah.
Back in the day. So they said they used to be running through here.
Huh.
You know, catching pickup games. And also I heard the story of Dr. J going to the IHOP, Wars Corner, I believe, and he would leave his car running while he ate. Like, so it was like, oh wow, that's like, we got some crazy history here, bro.
Right.
And, like, when you really go down the rabbit hole, they play their games at the Scope, Richmond Coliseum, and ODU. That's what they played. That was their 3 home courts. The Squires was great. George Gervin and Dr. J.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like,
think about that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
We just didn't
That's
have
nuts.
these to catch the moments, right?
correct.
Yeah.
But I think they said, when I read up on it, it was saying the owner had some tax issues, and he sold George Gervin first, and then he sold Doc like a year or 2 after that, and then that's when everybody in the town was like, man, forget the Squires.
Right.
And everybody was just livid with him, like, what are you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that was the ABA. But yeah, so Robin Hood, and then from Robin Hood, my father got into a job at Sears and Roebuck. Used to be right down the corner of Princess Anne and Ingleside Road, which ended up turning into General Form later.
Okay.
It used to be Sears. Pops was a delivery guy there, and bought his first house in Fairmont, which is Shoe Park. And That's where I moved at when I was like 4, and that's where the movie began for real. 2725 Psalm Avenue.
Okay.
So that's when the whole hip hop, keep in mind I grew up with hip hop. I'm 53.
Yep.
Right.
So hip hop is like 53, 54 years old.
Right.
Yeah.
So
That's true.
think about it. So it's like when you first heard Rapper's Delight, it was like, what?
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, whoa, what is it? Everybody memorized it. Like, everybody had to get that and just learn that whole song. So everybody wanted to say it word for word. It was something new. So then Breaking came out.
Classic.
Totally consumed me.
Yeah.
I was out here. We walking around with cardboard boxes, boom boxes. I was trying to find a spot
That's
to
a
break
thing.
it. Like,
I can see you do head spins right now, bro.
never was good at the head spin, but backspin was cool. But the popping and all that, I was kind of
Yeah.
And everybody danced with the broom.
Until you finally seen the string in
Yeah.
the
Pulling back.
finally seen Turbo had a string on that thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So, but also I started playing drums in church when I was 8.
Okay.
Shout out to my mom. She that was all her doing on that situation. So now I play drums in church from 8 to about 14, 15 years old. Now I think I'm too cool.
Right.
Don't want to go to choir rehearsal no more.
Yep.
Meeting girls. Playing football at school now. So now my mom fired me because I'm missing the verses. She literally fired me. She said she regretted firing me to this day because she never found a better drummer. But she said, I had to show you a lesson. I had to teach you a lesson, though.
Yep.
I had to
That's her job,
yeah,
yo.
that was her job. She's like, I had to fire you. So she fired me, and that's when I started getting into hip hop and DJing for the most part. I
Right.
started DJing probably 7th, 8th grade, man. Started really messing around, with turntables. And back then was a thing called the Dr. Rhythm Out. It's a little drum machine, a little blue and white joint, came in a little case.
Yeah.
Put it right in your pocket. One of my homeboys had one. What was his name, bro? I can't think his name, but he had one. He used to let me play with it whenever he was around. I was just like so fascinated with this shit. But the thing with me was, I would learn how to work the shit more than the guy who had it,
Yeah.
and it wasn't even mine. And I'm only on it for an hour or two when
Yeah.
you were around me, and you got it at your house. So it was like I was starting to pay attention to stuff like that too. But still, was never a dream to be a producer. It was
Interesting.
never was in my.
Were you aware of producers? Like,
I totally love music.
yeah.
My father was a guy who went to the record store every Friday. Payday, liquor store, record store, house. All his friends come over and they listen to the albums.
Yeah. What's the new album?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Drinking, sipping, album playing in the background, and let it play. So that's my father did this damn near every Friday. So his record collection used to be a record store called Peaches. Peaches Record Store, which is now hair beauty supply store right there by the Broadway.
Okay.
Behind the Broadway, that used to be Peaches.
Near military. Got you. Oh, that big ass one that's right there.
Yeah.
That used to be Peaches. Okay, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Peaches Record Store. So my pops was going to Peaches every Friday buying records, and so that's how that was my first exposure to the Barcades, Al Green,
Right.
Whispers, you know what I mean, LTD, like
Yeah.
all that. Like my pops was all in, Sam Cooke, so that's when I'm listening to all that, you know what I mean. And then my mom on the other end is super gospel, so she got the James Cleveland going, and
The newer Al Green gospel.
right, all that type of stuff. So now I'm getting influenced from both sides. Then, I go to the School of the Arts one year. I think it was 6th grade.
Mm-hmm.
My sister got a scholarship to Norfolk Academy. So my sister was into theater and singing. My sister sing her ass off, right? So when we get over there, my mom was like, "Well, my son played drums." And they were like, "Well, you got any video of that?" Of course, church anniversaries. So she go get the church anniversary video.
Got a video. We got content.
I was like, "Yo, we'll take them."
Damn right.
So they let me in. So now I end up playing drums in the pit for the play,
Wow.
for the joint. I think her name was Miss Decker. And I forget her name.
Would you say that was a huge influence for you, getting that opportunity, that music is going to be more than just a hobby at that point?
Never. Like I say, you got to understand, this is regular for me. My family basically a traveling singing gospel group.
Got you.
You dig what I'm saying? So this is normal to me. Like to just be affiliated with music. This is regular life. Like to go to most people go to church at 11 o'clock, get out at 1, go home, or 11 to 12, get home.
Yep.
We go to church at 11, maybe leave there a little early, go eat, get ready to go sing it. 2 other churches later, get home 9, 10 o'clock at night
Got you.
on Sundays. That was.
And
that
that's
was
crazy. You show up, they ain't got no drummer.
Facts.
No,
you
she had a
missed it?
drummer. She just ain't had a drummer she wanted. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that all of this, that journey, it just pretty much seasoned me to do what I'm doing. So, like I said, around 7th, 8th grade, now I'm messing with the turntables and going to my guy Roscoe house, and he got turntables. You know, Bobby Roscoe was a huge legend DJ
Yep.
in the area, and that's his nephew.
Yep.
And I used to hang over there with him and, you know, learn how to mix on his turntables. And I had another friend of mine named Steve Lawrence, and Steve had 12s too, so I would go to his crib and play. But I never had 12s.
Right.
Again, you know what I'm saying? So
Now, just a question. Obviously, every generation has their music, right?
Mm-hmm.
And all the parents give you pushback. Now you're mixing in your house, I'm guessing, or playing with the music. Did you ever get pushback from your parents because it's hip hop now? You know, that was the new thing.
you know what I learned early, bro? Rap music with good music, your parents don't normally complain too much. It was just the hard, crazy shit that they would be like, yo, turn that shit down.
Yeah.
Right.
The
You know what I mean?
NWAs, the Ice-T's.
Yeah, like,
and-
but you know, Tribe Called Quest and shit like that, they be like, yo,
Okay.
they not really bothered by that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because the music was soothing. They not talking about smacking you in the face. And,
Right.
You feel me?
There was
Yep.
content
It was
there.
content there,
Yeah.
so like it wasn't just some
Yeah, I mean, a
ignorant
Tribe Called
shit. Like, you know what I'm
Quest.
saying? Which
Yeah,
I
come on.
understood totally why your parent would want you to listen to that. Like
Yeah.
I don't like my kids listening to what's the guy named Rob Wave. Like,
Right. Right away.
yeah, because it's like he talks about dying too much. He
does.
glorifies it too much. It's like, bro, are you ever happy?
It's like XXX Extension, RIP, same thing. Like it was all about stuff along
Yeah.
those lines. Like
It's depressing.
Okay, I understand one song or two, but like the whole album, bro.
Come on, bro.
It's-
It has to be a brighter side. Did you tell? Like, we gotta show these kids Fat Albert, bro. Like Fat Albert will show you the problem, but then they will show you the remedy. You see what I'm saying? They expose what the issue
Yeah.
is. If it's talking about drugs in the neighborhood,
Yeah.
then they show you how to fix it.
Well, that's
Yeah.
the progression that I think some of those artists fail at is like the first album, okay, you're coming out the mud, we get it. Now you're wealthy, but they don't talk about that. They're still talking about this. They're not growing as their albums.
Exactly, and that's the
Come out.
issue because that's when you know it's a gimmick. Now you feel like you have to sell us this
Yeah.
in particular. You have to keep on this subject
Yep.
because this is what you think. This is your brand.
Yep.
I gotta keep talking about drilling and killing my op, and you know, and just taking his girl and sleeping with his girl and just you know what I'm saying. It's
Yeah, I
just
call it dumb shit.
pretty much.
That's just what it
I'm
was.
gonna be
In a
real,
nutshell,
man.
You know what I'm saying.
That's why
It's
a
rhetoric.
couple albums recently came out that are really helping me get through. That Clips album's fire. Joyner Lucas's new album's fire. Like, we need real music back.
For sure, we need variety. What happened to the variety?
Right.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what I talk about. I said, man, to me, music has become private school. Everybody wearing uniforms, doing the same shit.
It's true.
Wow.
What outfits at? Why you have on the same shit I had on last week? Like this is how crazy the Me Too culture is now. It's like
Yeah.
nobody cares about having signature. But the crazy thing is them copying somebody else. They think that's their signature.
Yep.
Wild, right? There's
That's
no
what's
originality.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's a valid point, bro. That's a clip. That was like that. You're right. Everything is just
You know what I'm saying?
It's
Like,
the
bro,
same.
somebody paid somebody to make the Corvette look like what's that? The Maserati? Which one is it? Lamborghini.
Yeah.
yeah.
Somebody got paid for that
Yep.
to come and make Corvette look like Lamborghini.
Yep.
Let's just think about that for a second. As if Corvette didn't already have a brand.
Right. Legacies for decades.
Seriously.
You dig what I'm saying? So
Right.
now we this desperate now that we got to
And you
look like
watering
Lamborghini.
down. Now you're watering down your own brand.
But you actually paid somebody for that.
Yep.
You dig what I'm saying? But the guy who was probably in the office with these crazy drawings, they're like, nah.
Yeah, like like every Friday, me and Mike will text each other.
yeah, we're
Hey,
still
this-
old school with it. The new music.
This is the new music that came out. Ghostface, we were just talking
Yeah,
about
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Like
Sure.
like the new one that came out. That was
yeah,
great.
we're hip hop heads.
Right
for
now,
sure.
I'm a big La Russell fan. I still listen to him a lot. Fabulous. I follow him on YouTube, all his albums
sure.
that he's dropping. But I keep going back to that. It's like the bars.
You have
and the
no
music.
choice.
Right.
Yeah, a lot of the new stuff, it's like
Because now, bro. Also, what I'm noticing is like, it seems like the kids feel like our era was the ceiling to creativity.
Mm-hmm.
So like, there's nothing else to create, right? So now you got these new artists coming out now that are basically picking old artists to mimic.
That's
You know what I'm saying?
crazy to me.
Which I don't understand. Like, I get doing a cover record, cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if Barry White's my favorite artist, and like, you know what, every album I'm gonna cover a Barry song.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd be damned if I'm gonna pattern my whole career after Barry,
Right.
Right.
and you think you're listening to Barry, listening to my album.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But now we're in a place where that doesn't matter.
No.
yeah, and you come from that era. Everything had to be original.
Come on, man, I get you beat up.
Man, I was
Yeah.
looking at
Worse.
his feature list. He worked with some of the most creative people.
Well, when he was talking about being out
Missy
there
Elliott
in
Eve.
LA,
I did a little bit of homework because that's what I do, and I was just looking at this list like, you're beyond qualified to make these comments. I'll say, you know what I mean?
I mean,
Like,
listen,
the list of artists that you worked with, you got Kanye on there, you had Jay on there, you had Missy on there, you had like so many different styles
Yeah.
of music,
For sure.
and
yep.
it's the
Definitely not the
diversity
same.
that you're talking about. You've worked in it with the most creative in the history of the game, and now we're talking about. I mean, it's not who's doing it.
Think about this: Girls All Pause, Lights, Camera, Action, Rulers Back. Sound nothing alike.
No. They're all three different vibes.
3 different vibes entirely in the same year,
Yeah. From the
So-
same person.
from the same person,
Yeah.
and still not sounding like nobody.
Anyone else? Yeah.
Right? So it's possible to have your own thing if you're interested in doing that.
Yeah, for sure.
It's just like, everything you can learn now for YouTube, right? YouTube is for instance. That's what people don't understand. This is an example of how you can do this.
Right.
But this ain't just the blueprint. Like, it's no end all be all recipe here. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I think people have forgotten how to add themselves in their work. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's just copy and paste.
Yep.
It's copy
Yeah.
and paste.
I mean, you and I from VA, and we all came up in this era, but you were so deep into this era before we had the TikToks, the social media, and everything. This is when people actually had to go print flyers and put it on the car window. This is when you actually had to make the CDs and the tapes and actually have mixtapes and put stuff out there.
Right.
But you came up, in the same state with Tim, with Pharrell, with Missy. This is a hard question, and I don't think it really is in the scenario. What kind of pressure did that put on the other producers? Because the bar has been set so damn high. Because it's you, it's Nottz, it's Danger, it's like there's mad producers that made it out of this area, but everyone only focuses on them.
You got. I look at it like, even with sports, like, it's like everybody's on this island, right? Every so often, this helicopter comes in and picks somebody up, and be like, "We're gonna take you to the good shit." You know what I mean? And you be so happy for that person, like, "Yo, they taking him? Like, oh shit! Hope they come get me next time." You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like, that's how I feel, because Timbaland, they were like first.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? As far as from this area, like,
Yeah.
Mad Skills set the tone for us.
Yeah.
In a
Huge
huge
way.
way. Like, what he did on Stretch and Barbito back then at that time. If you never heard it, please look that up. Stretch and Barbito show with Mad Skills up there. Demolished it. Right? This is when freestyling was the shit. Like, Skills went up there in a time where New York reigned supreme.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And held his own. So it's like, he set the tone for us. You know what I'm saying? But then locally, Missy was in a group called Phase-E
Yep.
at the time. And I guess Devontae took notice of them and signed them. And Timbaland was, I guess, doing the music for them at the time. So they all went to Rochester or Buffalo with Devontae. You see what I'm saying? So knowing that they got that break was like, wow, like the helicopter came and got them. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh shit, like they may be ready to do it. You know what I mean? So it was like, because when you go back and listen to Diary of a Mad Band, right, you would notice Missy's voices in there, in the interludes and stuff now. Now that you're familiar with her tone. See, we didn't know who she was when Diary of a Mad Band came out.
Right.
But when you go back and listen to it, you hear her all through these records in the back, like in the interludes, and she's talking. You can hear her, because that's when she learning her thing, getting her chops.
Right.
Her and Timbaland was through Devontae.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So seeing that was like, okay, I just felt like I was just that much closer.
Right.
But I didn't know Missy.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know Tim. You see what I'm saying? So, but seeing them, like, basically on the cuffs of doing something, it was like, okay, it's possible. But Sweepy Whitaker for me was my barometer, like, letting me know I can get the fuck out of Norfolk and do something different, and do something great. Like,
Okay.
I'm from Norfolk.
Yeah.
From Young's Park, which is not even 3 minutes down the street from Shoot Park. Literally. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, to see him bring the news here and they interviewing him and following him around the projects is like, what? That was amazing to see. You know what I'm saying? So that's always what got my fire going, was watching Sweepy do his thing.
It's dope.
Yeah, for sure.
Because it's always somebody that you're going to look up to in some way. Usually it's nationally, right? But at that time, little did we know, mad people were just on the up and up in this area. In an era that we didn't have this, and everybody wasn't recording 1,000 people at the same time, recording the same person walking, where do you feel nowadays it's easier to blow up because there's so many more cameras and there's so many more outlets than there were back in the day?
It's a false blow up, though, to me.
Okay.
Because, you know, if you got the right marketing, people can just really make it look bigger than what it really is. You know what I'm saying? Just from a number standpoint. Like I see it on
Just the
Instagram.
optics.
Yeah, I see Instagram all the time. Somebody have allegedly 300,000 followers,
Oh, yeah.
but can't get 100 likes.
Right.
Yeah, we got the same.
You see what I'm saying? So I see, you know, people do that all the time. Fake it till you make it. So everything is a facade for the most part. You know, that's why I was like, you know, back in the day when you sold 1 million records, I was like, 1 million hard copy. Like 1 million people went and got it. Like, so I don't even know how they even saying somebody's going platinum now based on what.
Stream downloads.
Right.
Yeah,
Why you,
from
like,
where?
like-
You know, you see the videos all the time.
Yeah, like nobody's actually purchasing your album.
Yeah, like who's in line waiting to pick up your record?
See that, but that's the thing. That this is the part that I was the only person on Instagram. I don't know if you remember complaining about Spotify. And, you know, in its inception, I was telling people this is wrong. This only makes sense to Spotify. Like, oh my God, you're always mad. Yo, what you mad about now? Like, yo, you gotta get used to how things are done now. That's the old way of doing business. I'm like, brother, this makes absolutely no. You're giving people curated content for free, and they're telling you what they're gonna give you back.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I
that's
think
crazy.
also that's whether going back to that time, like what's the solution to fight Napster? Like you're kind of in that weird
No.
space where everybody's downloading everything
One
for
thing
free.
about
now.
it, you're gonna always have a hole in the boat.
Yeah.
Somebody gonna be going out the back door or something. That's just in any business.
Always.
You feel
Yeah,
me?
yeah.
You
Yeah,
gotta
trust
come-
me.
Well,
Trust me, we
it's
know.
on
You know
a
what I'm
vast
saying?
level
Right.
because growing up, even like in the '80s, you know, I'm an LA kid, and you know the guys coming around with the shopping carts with all the bootleg tapes.
For sure.
We're buying them off the little shopping cart, right? That was our Napster back then.
And the other one, LimeWire. I think.
Yeah.
LimeWire was
I
the
remember
other big
that.
one.
I remember
killed us.
that.
That was one of the very. But at the end of the day, you still have to be just real tight knit with your content. Like you just can't be just frivolous out here, just letting anybody have a copy of your
Yeah.
Mhm.
stuff because everybody got a
Called
price.
intellectual
Yeah.
property rights.
That part, you know what I'm saying? The
Yes,
only
sir.
way I can guarantee this won't get out, I won't give it to nobody but me. Only I
You
can.
gotta have the rights
Yeah.
to it.
You know what I'm saying? But once he got a copy. He got a copy.
If it's out there and you don't have the rights,
I mean, you got the rights, but you don't know who's leaking what. Because
Facts.
everybody's like,
Yeah.
what?
Right.
Me? I didn't do it.
I got your
Now,
back.
It's
Yeah.
too many. It's too many possibilities at this
Yeah.
point. But at least if
Yeah.
you keep it, then you know
yeah,
that can't happen.
that's what I'm
But
saying. You opening
can't
that
fight
can
it.
of worms where, like, in a writing world, if I'm gonna publish something in a book, I'm gonna own it before y'all get to see it. The rights to, like,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
title of my book, the sayings in the book, the concepts in it, like those trademarks are submitted before the book gets released. You know what I mean? Like, and people making music should be doing the same thing. One person leaks it, now who owns it?
Whoever says they do.
Yeah,
At
that's
that point,
crazy.
you know
I
what I
mean,
mean?
we in an era now where, like, even this podcast right here, right? If whatever quote that you post, right, somebody else will upload your content on their shit and
As a-
monetize it on
Oh
theirs.
yes,
Like,
As a
it has
reaction.
to
For
be-
real,
TikTok.
Like
For
something
real.
has to be done about
They
that.
remix it.
You know what I'm saying? Like that has
they put
to,
little lines on it
that
now.
has to
It's so
stop.
crazy.
Like that's insane.
Yeah.
You know, there's somebody on YouTube right now saying how Bink produced Devil New Dress. Like, how are you making money off
Well, you did.
what I did,
Yeah.
and you don't even know me.
And you're not getting a penny.
That's
Not
wild.
a dime.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
people
yeah.
up here praising you because you got it close to what it sounded like. Like, bro, the answer has been revealed.
Yeah.
If you can't do the answer again, you're an idiot. You dig what I'm saying? Everybody wants to put their hand up once the answer been revealed.
Facts.
Everybody
course.
want to answer then. You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But when it's like, oh, when it's tough, everybody's like,
We just wait for them to figure it out.
that part. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
But like you figured out a lot of things and like a lot of ways to break into the industry by just being in the right rooms. You were ready. You already had the skills. You had the beat. You had the ear. I mean, you shared a story with me. You fall asleep on there and just wake up and you got the beat because you're never not listening, right? But you ended up getting a lot of what people call big breaks. I call it's about damn time because you put the work in and you network with the right people. It got you to the front of the line. Like you say, relationships will get you to the front of the line, but you still got to put the work in. That's just what it is. One of the biggest things for me when I met you and I knew that you did the Blueprint album, I know you had a few cuts on that Blueprint album. That's fire, bro. And from my perspective, and you already had a lot of tracks before that, that was like a stamp to be at Jay-Z on that
we
time.
talk about that to this day.
Bro.
It's like, bro, I was in the game probably 5 years prior to that.
Right.
Okay,
Now
we
this
got to
came
rewind a little bit.
What?
How do we go from you was playing the drums in the church to now we get to you're making tracks with Jay-Z?
On the Blueprint. And he's more
Where's the transition?
Well, like I said, okay, you right. So boom, so from the DJing and all that, eventually I evolved into producing, right? So what happened was I taught this is crazy. I taught my father's wife, sister's husband into financing an ASR 10.
Okay.
He was in the Navy.
Okay.
Okay.
Shout out to Keith Custard. You know what I'm saying? Keith bought the keyboard for me. And that's how I got. Now I'm in my crib doing my own thing, finally. Now I'm not using nobody else.
Yep.
I finally got my own keyboard now. Right. But the deal was I was supposed to do beats for him. Right. I reneged on the deal eventually. He got tired of calling. So it got repossessed. So the keyboard got repossessed eventually.
Yo.
I mean,
It was on layaway.
I'm
It's
so
gone
glad
now.
I asked. This is great.
That is good.
so the keyboard got. So now
And how old are you, by the way? Around this
I'm at this time probably 19. 20,
Okay.
I'm about 19, 20 years old at this time, right? So I'm totally ignorant as fuck at this point. Like, this man bought a keyboard for me. At least I can do is give him some beats. Like ungrateful bitch. Right? That I can honestly say that was some ungrateful shit to do.
Right.
And it's FM, right?
You know what I'm saying?
This
like,
guy.
Really? Like, he bought you a $3,000 keyboard. And all you had to do was at least fake it. Give him some, any kind of.
Give him a bad one.
Yeah. Like, you could
He won't even know if
that.
it's good or not. You know what I mean? Like
You that goddamn stupid, right? So I get repossessed. Now I'm keyboardless.
I'm keyboard.
This is
Keyboardless.
like, this is probably about 91, 92. So now my homeboys, Lushan get me one. And now I'm using this keyboard. And what the hell happened between me and first of all, me and Lushan are best friends to this day. But something happened, and he repossessed it from me too. So I got repossessed it twice. Right?
Not once, twice.
Well, he's on nobody's credit report.
To be clear, we're not talking about cars
I got
or
repossessed
houses.
twice.
We're talking about keyboards.
I got
Happens to the best of us.
But all the beats I did on that keyboard, it paid off because now I'm finally at this place called Triple Play. It was a barbershop car wash studio, right? On Virginia Beach Boulevard. Right there by Discount Auto Sound, right? Not too far. Not
Yep.
Discount Auto Sound, but Discount Auto Sound.
Yeah, and
right?
Guitar Center and the whole joint in that area.
Right down
yeah,
that way, right? So I'm up there with my man Chance. Shout out to Chance. And Chance was actually another guy. He's from Virginia Beach. He went to Bayside. He's the one on that song in the '90s with the black girl. Will you find me? That's his voice.
Okay.
That's him saying that, and he rapped on the first Blackstreet album. know what I'm
Nice.
saying? So that's a good friend of mine. So again, that made me think I was closer, seeing him get his, his little shine in that way. So now, Teddy's getting a haircut. He hears me upstairs. Comes upstairs.
Teddy Riley, to be
Teddy
fair.
Riley,
Okay,
Riley.
perfect.
He's like, yo.
Okay, yeah.
He's like, yo,
Because he had a studio here, right?
Yeah.
yeah. But he came by to get a haircut.
Yep.
So we right over top of him. So he's like, yo, play some more joints. So at this time, it's floppy disk.
Yeah.
So I put the floppy disk in. I got to strike a little conversation. Yo,
Yeah.
Preload
Preload and shit.
So I got a straight conversation between every beat while this floppy disk is loading all this stuff up. So I finally played boom, 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 boom. He's like, yo, what's this? He's like, yo, go get Markel. Call his brother in the room. Like, yo, what you doing tomorrow? I said, shit, what you need me to be doing tomorrow?
Right.
Like, fuck you mean? You know what I'm saying? So he's like, yo, come to the studio. And when he said that,
Boom.
because everybody that was from here, they produced. We were all just salivate and look at future records, bro. Like, I gotta get in there one day.
Yeah.
I gotta get in that building. Like, what? Because you see the tour bus in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Fucking Lamborghini, Ferrari, like all these crazy cars. And like, yo, I gotta get in there.
Like Teddy was that guy. Like out of everybody, he was that guy first in the 757.
Teddy
Like,
had
he just
Michael
was.
Jackson in Military Circle Mall, bro.
That's crazy.
How about that?
Yeah. That's how much of that guy he was.
Yeah, that's why.
Military Circle Mall. He had Michael Jackson walking through there.
Michael Jackson at Janif is crazy.
Right. So Teddy
Right.
Teddy was that guy at that time. So for him to come here and set up shop, it was like perfect for us.
Yeah.
And we all went through there at some point. Like Teddy's studio is right next to Princess Anne High School.
Yep.
He does the talent show. Guess who's in the talent show? Pharrell and Chad.
Yep.
Guess who wins the talent show? Pharrell and Chad.
Yeah.
Right?
Neptunes. Yep.
Neptune. So now here comes Rump Shaker.
Yep.
Yeah. Which I never knew the history on that till I got to VA.
It's very,
And
very
I
unique.
was like,
Yep.
And that's
Hold on. What I miss?
So all I want to do is boom, boom, rump shaker.
Yeah.
That's him?
That's Teddy Riley. But
What?
but
Pharrell,
Pharrell,
the Neptunes, Pharrell and Chad, they produced it. That was their first
Wow.
big break. Yeah, and it's because they won the talent show there to get to that point because they
Wow.
got in the room. They were in the right place,
Yeah.
right time, but they had the work ethic and was ready to go. And that was a new sound at that point. That
yeah.
was a-
So I went back to the studio the next night and bought my ASR 10 and everything. So we basically transfer everything from my ASR to his ungodly,
amazing.
amazing, gargantuan setup. It was just insane for me to see. Like to see, I'm working on a keyboard.
Right.
This guy got racks of shit that's probably like 5 feet tall, 4 racks over. All these lights and shit, like computer in the middle, like studio SSL board. I'm just blown. You know what I mean? But to see him recreate that, and put it in his machine, then add all this other stuff to it, it just let me know how much work I had to go, how much further I had to go before I can get to where he at, because I didn't hear none of this shit he doing right now. You know what I'm saying? Like the way he reinforced that shit was like, whoa.
So you rockin' and Teddy, they heard you. You drop. They heard the beat, or you recreated something else in the way Bink would did, like from scratch. Then you were able to. Your first record was with Blackstreet, right? The first main one that you dropped that got any mainstream play was with Blackstreet, because he heard a beat while you're at the barbershop and he asked you to come to the studio the next day.
Right.
Boom. That's where Bink Dog began. And then and I said this earlier too off air, but it's not it doesn't just all go up from there. It's peaks and valleys, right? Across the board. Because now what other rooms are you gonna get in? I'd love to just work with Blackstreet the rest of your life, but that's one of many different artists out there that helped create Bink's sound. Because your sound was dope, and it still is to this day, but you ended up working with people from New York, from West Coast, from the South. Like, did you have to feel that you had to make it sound more that part of the country, or did you just stick it straight with Bink? Because you got Nate Dogg. I mean, you have Kanye from Chicago. You have Drizzy. I mean, you have a lot of people that are relevant to this day that you've made tracks for. How did that recreate your sound or evolve it in some sort of way, but it still sound like Bink?
As far as the West Coast situation, I knew that it needed to have some type of West Coast influence.
Yeah.
Right? But not necessarily saying I had to sound like Dre or Battle Cat or Superfly or, you know. the rest
Yeah,
of these
because
amazing-
I don't, that song with Nate Dogg, I don't, it's West Coast, but it's not like
Right.
that
So
West Coast
I got love.
funk or,
Absolutely West Coast sounding, but it doesn't sound like the regular West Coast thing that was going on at the time.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
No different than Girls All Paws. It was like West Coast, but still not not trying to sound like Battle Cat or Dr. Dre. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't your cliche, already moving LA sound. You know what I mean? So that's just me. I just really have a thing about copying. Like, I don't ever want to say somebody said I did anything because they did it. And if I do it, it's on purpose, and I'm paying homage. And I'm saying this was on purpose, and I'm gonna give that person this total credit of who I'm mimicking at the time. Outside of that, I'm not gonna mimic somebody and act like, oh, this is my shit. And
Yeah.
yeah, I came up with this myself. And it's like,
Yeah, I
cut it
think
out.
it's, for me, it's good music's good music. Like, that's simply what you're making.
Right.
Doesn't have to sound like any area. It's just good music. And that's, I don't know, I know plenty of people who do this. Like, once that song starts, like, I think Nas's old albums, like, I'm a big Nas fan. It's the beats I didn't like a lot of times. He's spitting, but I
Eventually
don't
it did
like
get
the
that.
beats.
It was the same thing with Rakim with me.
Yeah.
I love Rakim, but eventually the music wasn't up to par that I would want.
Yeah, and that's like you skip,
It was
right?
just, yeah, so I kind of tuned out. If the music ain't right, I can't listen to it. Right?
Yes.
Yeah, once you start skipping, it's kind of over, right?
Yeah, you're not coming back to it. Like,
Right,
yeah, he
right,
had some
right.
bars on that one, but you just don't.
But yeah,
you don't come
it
back.
doesn't discredit them as a rapper. It's
No.
just that your backdrop you chose on this one is just not it.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
And
Yeah,
then,
and I think was it with, yeah, the newer like Nas album. I think those are like
Hit
those
Boy, the Hit Boy type.
Yeah.
yeah, all that sound is just better, and I could listen to those albums all the way through versus a lot of his older stuff is just like,
Yeah,
and
but
and your stuff is like the sound is good.
Right, I appreciate that. But like I said, I'm anal about always sounding like myself. I don't ever
That's good.
want anybody saying, "Oh, he did that." Oh. But today, like I said, it's not a big deal to these kids. Like, these kids are doing things verbatim and look you dead in your face and say, "This is my sound."
you know what? I'm glad you just said it. I'm going to read this verbatim because I had this question I want to ask you to segue to the younger. What do younger producers consistently get wrong about their splits, their publishing, their file naming, their style nowadays that you've been seeing in this new generation that everyone can be whatever the hell they say you're going to be? I feel the same way about DJing. Everyone says they're a DJ now, but they ain't got the ear. They don't have the talent. They don't have any of that.
You know they going to YouTube looking at somebody else's playlist. Like, that's where we at now. It's like, people are really out here acting, bro. Like, it's like when you try to write a paper with the footnotes.
Right.
Remember what happened to you back then? Teacher see it like,
get an F.
you try to use.
It's
the
called
footnotes.
plagiarism.
Yeah.
Look, I see you using the footnotes right there. So now you got people just doing AI shit, YouTube playlists, and just going and downloading somebody else's curated list,
Yep.
and then doing it in front of some people who don't know that list.
Right.
So it's like it's so many phonies in this shit now. It's crazy. You did what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, yeah.
It's not, the authenticity has gone to not like the integrity of this shit has
Yep.
been sucked out to a point where it's disgusting. You know what I'm saying? But they want to be mentioned amongst people who really put a mark on this shit.
Right.
Like, that's disrespectful in such a way. Like, I tell people all the time, like, I would never expect to be compared to somebody like a Quincy Jones or Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis or Jermaine Dupri.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
these they sold a shitload of records. They have developed artists.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? Like, it's levels to this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you don't have to humble me and tell me, no, that's not you. I get it. I know it's not me. Like, I know I have you dig what I'm saying? But these kids, you have to humble them
Yeah.
because they want to be mentioned amongst people that they haven't put that type of work in with.
Yep.
Do you believe, from your experience, from like a royalty standpoint, we're talking about, content, curation, intellectual property, it's yours, and it has to be put in the right avenues in order so that you can continue to get that mailbox money or continue to get the mentions or whatever the case. For example, Push. People don't realize that that part in the Arby's commercial, that little snippet, was from Push's song, the "We Are the Beef," that little sound. He gets paid 40% royalties every time that commercial drops. Now, we know that when commercials go out there or any kind of marketing, it's always a gamble, right? You never know if it's going to hit. You never know if it's going to resonate. We never know what kind of revenue it's going to bring in. That one worked. So he's getting paid on things like that, but he couldn't have been in that position if he didn't have the right team to monetize that specific song and make sure it was in the right channels to make sure that anytime that played, he would get paid. So from a royalty standpoint, nowadays, what do these cats have to do, OGs and new guys, to ensure that they'll get that mailbox money as they move forward the rest of their lives?
Retaining ownership.
And how, though? Like if they want to be with record companies and other stuff like that.
I mean, I think the thing I learned from watching Nipsey, right?
Nipsey, yeah, RP.
From watching Nipsey work, it was just watching him build his network. Like I seen him go from 100 people to, 1,000 people to 100,000 people. You know what I'm saying? But he chipped away at it, and he just kept servicing his network. Because you're never gonna have everybody. That's nobody. Drake doesn't have everybody.
Right.
He doesn't have everybody, and there's the ceiling. You know what I'm saying? So for some reason, people be thinking that you're gonna reach everybody. You're not. Your only focus should be the people that's actually spending money with you. That's it. Whether it's 5, 50, 5,000, whatever that is, you got to keep feeding that until it grows.
Right.
Because it grows. So it's like, but when you throw your shit on all these platforms, then it's like, why am I gonna buy it from you and I can just go over here and get it from Spotify?
Right.
Right. So if you're willing to put your music on Spotify for 0.0006, it's not even a penny. Then why not sell
Might
the
as
whole
well get some bitcoins.
might as well sell it for $2.
Digital
$3,
coin.
sell the whole album for $2, $3. Then who cares?
Right. That's true.
If you're willing to give it up for a fraction of a penny, you see what I'm saying? Like this whole Spotify thing is so disrespectful. It's disgusting, bro. Because at the end of the day, they had no intentions on paying us, right? And they can give two shits if you sell 2 records or 2,000 records. Because all they care about is subscriptions. Think about your album. I got 40 million people give me $10 a month. I don't care. That's how they come at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why would they care?
It's the bank of our industry.
But I'm saying,
They're
but
gonna
why
win.
would they care? Give me one reason why Spotify would give a damn about your album.
And the only way that they'll actually start caring, like Taylor Swift, for example, she didn't want any of her music on there because of stuff that you were saying.
It shouldn't be up there anyway. That's the point. That's
right.
my point. Because it's Taylor fucking Swift.
Right.
She doesn't need a third party to tell people it's Taylor Swift.
Facts.
Yeah, like Beyonce drops whenever she wants. She's not making announcements, but it's Beyonce.
It's fucking Beyonce. Like, what are we
Right.
talking about right now?
But it takes people on that level to even step up and do it. And it's unfortunate that we need people because on that level to do it because they have the legal representation. They have all their ducks in a row. But if they don't step up and say that, one, they know they're going to lose revenue and they don't want to lose bread. But two, I would say Beyonce and Taylor Swift, we're talking about them, they know it's going to help other people because they've been made it. They're good. But they know if they do that, it should be a domino effect and positivity for the other artists potentially.
I mean, let's be honest, right? Apple Music and Spotify is no different from Mother's Records or any record store, right? So if you're an average artist that doesn't have a name, right? You in a record store, who knows? Who knows you're there,
Yeah.
right?
You. That's
So
it.
that's it. So it's the same thing on the internet, bro. Like people think it's different. You in a sea of people, bro.
Yeah.
You're in a sea of people. What is going to drive the traffic to you?
Yeah. How do they get to your
How
shorts
do we
now,
get to
right?
you? Like you over
On
here with everybody
YouTube
else.
or
Everybody.
whatever.
But the thing is people just call product placement. That's why when you used to go to a record store, you had certain albums that was at the register. Hey, you may want to grab these.
That's a good point.
It costs money.
Yeah.
Yeah, or you walk in, it's
You
playing.
see what I'm saying? That's product placement. But that spot costs money.
Yeah, it does.
That C over there, that's free.
Yep.
You can come in here and get in the wave pool with everybody else.
Yeah, because I remember even
You
just
know what I'm
walking.
saying?
No, because I remember even just walking into the record store and it's like, yeah, Jay-Z, Outkast is out. What am I gonna get? I walk in because I couldn't afford both, but Outkast is playing. I was like, oh yeah,
Yep.
I'll grab that one.
That's the extra.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I went in.
they're both at the front.
Yep.
It was the Virgin Music Store in Times Square
Yep.
back in the day. I
Yep,
remember
Yep.
when they went to buy an album one day and they had Titanic playing on every screen in it.
The movie Titanic?
What?
Yeah.
I bought Titanic. I had no choice because it was so good. I was like walking through the store like this, like trying to, you know what I mean, trying to get what I bought. But I'm trying to watch the movie.
I
while
need
I'm
to take this
shopping,
back to the house when I can pay
so it's like,
attention.
bro, it's-
You know, I miss the what are those? What are they called? The movie soundtracks. When they put all the artists on those.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
I miss those.
And it's funny, they still do it. We just have to find it.
Yeah.
That's the
you're
problem.
right.
Because there's no marketing behind it anymore.
No,
They
no,
don't
no.
want to spend no
Like
money.
all the Friday albums.
It'll be there.
It's just, but the same thing with music videos. They still do them, but we don't have the outlets to push them out there unless we find it on YouTube.
Yeah, it's YouTube now.
Like they still do it. That's the thing. But we used to watch TRL. We used to want to see what's out there. We'd stay up late watching BET.
Or VH1
It was there.
pop-up.
Or like they had the sources, but now it's all here. But to your point, are the people, the record companies, the independent labels, whatever, are they pushing it so it's in front of eyes by paying ads so social media can push it in front of our algorithm?
Remember, it was
It's
two
different.
sections too in the record store. It was the other section. Remember the DJs. Remember they had like this whole section that was like right by the register, but it was like whole front. It was like on the front of each aisle. Like remember, it was like aisles.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
On the front of each aisle.
Yeah, the end
was-
caps.
it was the front of each aisle was the showcase of
True.
CDs on the front.
Yeah.
That cost money.
Yep.
Yeah, all the new albums
To be
are
in
always
that,
right
and
there.
to be in that spot, but then the one at the register, that's when you saw your Taylor Swift at the time. That's what would be at the register.
You know, it's funny you're saying that because it's all. I always say this when we go to a nightclub. Like people get in sections and everything. You're buying real estate. You're buying the real estate in that spot for a section. For that product placement, you're buying the real estate on that for a minute. You're leasing the soundtrack that you're hearing. You're leasing the video screens. It's basically you have the real estate, now you're subletting it out to everybody else. It's like that everywhere. That's the
billboard.
crazy thing. It's just how do you
got a
break down the
billboard spot.
verticals on real estate and how, hey, you're going to get more eyes here, I promise you, but it's going to cost you 7 times more than where you'd be in the sea. Good luck for you. But this is what it is. If you don't do it, I guarantee Def Jam will, or I guarantee this one will. That's just what it is.
But I think in any business that you're in, people just love to feel like you know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You look like you know what you're talking about.
Right.
I think that's the turn on to anybody when they going to buy a house, car, whatever. Like you just know what the fuck you're saying. Like you're talking to me with confidence. Like you looking me dead in my eyes and you giving me all these great ideas, and you're like, okay, I fuck with him because you know what he's talking about. But some people don't have that type of confidence when they
Right.
talking. They just
Because they don't have the knowledge required.
right, or just not that outgoing, so they can't sell it.
See, but
You know what I'm saying?
you had that. You now got the knowledge, and you've now got the experience when you worked with Blackstreet, and then you started gravitating to other opportunities with other artists. And I'm gonna circle back to the Blueprint because again, you got to be on one of the best albums of all time, Jay-Z's The Blueprint, and you got not only one track on there, you got 3, right? But then out of that one, like, how did that work, and how did you even get that opportunity that created even more opportunities like Beanie Sigel and all the other cats that just heard the tracks? Like, he produced 1-800 Hustler, Beanie Sigel, like, because he heard you on Blueprint. Is that right?
No, I did rap for my niggas for Beans on Beans album.
Even better.
So that was before the Dynasty album came out.
See what I'm saying? You have so much that you can talk about and
That's
put to that. It's
crazy.
like, the resume is ridiculous.
Like, I've actually been listening to you for 30 years.
Facts.
it's wild.
That's what,
Yeah.
So-
like, you did that beat earlier. I was like, that's a Blackstreet song. I know that song.
yeah.
Yeah, but like I say, it's being consistent is the hardest challenge I think for any business.
Yeah.
Is being consistent. Like you go to a restaurant sometimes, and the food was banging, and you go back next time, like man, come on,
Yep.
That's true.
what happened?
New management.
Yeah,
That's
you
true.
know what I'm saying? Something,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? But it's just like it's the same thing with music. Like you can't come one day and be on fire, and then come next time you're ice cold.
Yeah.
You know, they may give you one more time to come back and be ice cold. But outside of that, you got to be consistent.
So the consistency comes to showing up, doing what you're good at, and making sure. But then the consistency comes, how many eyes can you get on you? How many people can see what you? How many times can you be in that barbershop and can Teddy Riley just hear in the background and actually want you to come to the studio the next day? How many times can you emulate that over and over? I'm not asking a question, but it's one of those things of getting in the room that I always talk about. How many times can you show up and maybe hope there's an opportunity based on whatever you're providing? To your point, doesn't matter what the industry is. It's just showing up is half the battle, and then being consistent is another part of that. What?
And today it's like the social media thing that he's talking about. People are copying.
Yes, they're consistently copying.
They're consistently copying, but they're not consistently putting the product out
That is also true.
to get to those eyes.
But you got into a room too, and fast forward to COVID time. To be fair, you produce in a studio. You're not producing in front of people. Let me stop right there. You guys, next time this happens, you guys have to go. Bink versus Nottz is fire. I just want to be very clear. And this is something that they've done. Nottz is another amazing producer. We'll have him on the show, and eventually,
Martian.
he is a Martian. He's produced. They're two peas in a pod, bro. Their own individual sounds, their own individual lanes. He's from here, Norfolk, the whole 9 yards. But they do a show. It's like producer battle. He'll go on, he'll drop a beat. Then Nottz go on, he'll drop a beat. And then like, oh, you got that one? What about this one? Remember this? Boom. And this. And it's like, oh, it's just fucking fire. I love seeing that. And when y'all did it at the Norva here for a little back, I was just in to see like everyone else. I'm just like excited, just being a
you
fan.
was in there that night?
Damn right I was there. But yeah, that's the thing. Like I don't need to call for like I want to show up and support and just be there. Like this is what I'm talking about. Like I remember that shit. You did one in Carolina. I wasn't able to make it, but that's what made me go because y'all did it there before you did it up here. And I'm like, yo. When Nottz dropped that the Busta beat, I was just like, fuck.
That was his viral.
That was
right there.
that was like, damn, like I gotta be there. But then you had the other. I'm like, this is fucking fire. So then when they get a chance to do that, a producer battle, especially when you know the tracks, they don't play the lyrics. They just play the beat. That's all you need. And it's like, yo, just think about that. It's like battling, freestyling back and forth, but with beats. So when you do that again, by the way, are y'all doing that again anytime soon?
Who knows, man? We're gonna see. But I think what makes it unique is that we play the original sample.
Yep.
And then it morphs into what we did with it, like
Oh, okay.
seamlessly. You know what I'm saying? So that's
You gotta be a music head to like to thoroughly enjoy it. You gotta understand the art. You know what I mean? That's huge because most of the time every beat's sampled. You know, especially from a DJing standpoint. Like I love when I can DJ and seamlessly mix it into it on the fly live. It's like, yo, y'all hear that? And most people don't. Like y'all hear what I just fucking did, right? Like that was fucking fire and it was live, but. The fact that you guys can do that is super dope, but you were in a room that you were able to remix in a different way. You know, you have a pair of shoes, bro. Like you're a producer, and you have a pair of shoes. There's only 6 of y'all that can say that,
right.
and who? So just tell the story and who they are and how this even happened and how you got a pair of shoes. And I'm about to bust out the pair of shoes just so you know and have you autograph them live on camera. Okay, just want to be clear.
That's a layup. But yeah, he does what he. Kevin Durant does what he called a producer pack.
Okay.
Whenever he comes with his new shoe, whatever the new shoe is going to be, he picks his favorite producers, hip hop producers, and gives them total creative control to remix the shoe. So it's basically the same shoe, but you can change the material and certain parts of the shoe, the colors, whatever you want to do, customize it to how you like it, and then they sell it. So the first one was Ninth Wonder, Boy Wonder, and Cardo Got Wings. This one was Alchemist, Metro Boomin, and myself. So it was just an honor being in the company with them two guys. Anyway,
Right.
yeah.
And then you got it. You customized it. You made it. You really made it 2 up, 2 down as VA as you possibly could.
I tried to make it as VA. Like I said, this same tattoos on my arm right here is the same. That's the exact thing that's on the back of the shoe.
Let me get the shoes just so y'all can see this. I want you to hold these joints, yo. It's easier when you're on camera that way.
So yeah, so this right here is a direct reflection of my tattoo that's on my arm, and this is what we use to put it on the shoe. You dig? And then the green represents Norfolk State, the orange represents Maury High School, and I'm just an earth tone guy anyway, so with the brown accent in there, a little accent of yellow, that was just me trying to add my little flair. But yeah, that's what this whole shoe is based off of. It's a whole Norfolk movement.
Show the bottom though. Put a side, like hold them side to side. Edgar, since you got them both in your big ass hands. Now you got to show the bottom, both of them side to side. English isn't his first language. I'm sorry, guys.
Right here.
There it is.
Boom, boom.
So he, AKA Humble Monster. So I'm gonna ask you
those are
this
fire.
live on air. Bink, I want you, if you don't mind, you mind autographing these for me, Doug?
Come on, you gotta give me something harder to do, man. This shit too easy.
But it's dope because he said, he was in the room and KD liked that. He liked your
A
beats.
certain spot where?
Dude, you do you. You remix it how you want. There you go. Because that's your shoe, bro. Do whatever you want. My name is Mike Little. I'm just kidding. But the fact that, he does those packs, I mean, KD's a music head. He's an OG now. We got to call him OG. And it kind of sucks because a lot of the OGs in NBA, they're about to be out in the next few years. But it's pretty awesome to see that legacy and that career. And it's very relatable to a lot of these producers. To be fair, producers, I feel like, are more on the forefront than they ever were. Like producers, they're like Metro Boomin, for example. I'm sorry, Mustard, for example. Better analogy. He was on the Super Bowl with Kendrick. Like he brought him out, but now he's talking on this a lot more. Pharrell used to do that. Tim did that. But nowadays, in the era of all social media, everybody having a phone, people not really wanting, they're getting more shine. What's the guy's name that does all the like Taylor's and Ariana, Benny, whatever the hell his name is, Jewish dude, he kills it. He's everywhere, but everyone knows him. Like a lot of these producers now are artists. Neo used to be a writer before he became it. Like there's just so many people that are now wearing multiple hats in this industry. You can be the singer, the writer, the producer, the everything. Is that something that you've ever kind of wanted to aspire to do at this era of your life and your career, Bink? Wear more hats, like be the guy on the camera, bring back your gospel days, singing in the choir, and just putting that in the background of a beat or anything like that.
I'm constantly incorporating my journey in my music. You know what I'm saying? That's like I'm always doing that, not even consciously.
Right.
So that's why I say everything I do, I try to make it me, whatever that be. You know what I'm saying? I never want to do any copy and paste, nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's all I push to all the kids that I mentor. I mentor a couple, producers and shit. So it's like, don't ever bring me something that sounds like something else, because I'm gonna call you on the spot. Off top, and they'll tell you off top, like, bro, I don't want to hear some shit that sound like some shit going on. You look at me like you did something amazing. Like, you're not gonna get a high five for that.
Yeah,
like
I actually heard that already. So
Right.
Yeah. So but that's the thing that they don't hold these kids accountable for. You know what I'm saying? Everybody gets a trophy,
Yes.
even though they lost.
Yep.
You feel me? That's what ruined the kids.
Bro, you say this shit all the time.
Turn the
though.
scoreboard off. They losing too bad. Like, no, they lost. They losing.
Facts.
They need the feelings.
yeah,
You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they always trying to protect them from the disappointment and you dig what I'm saying? And that it's just ruined the whole accountability part that these kids are just not getting now. It's like I see people defend LeBron James so much, but if you did the things that he's done, that would get you cussed out by your coach or your dad back in the day.
Yeah.
If you ever lost a game, you the team captain, you got on camera and said, well, if my team would have, your father is going to cuss you out. You the team leader. You got to take it on the chin. We lost. End the story.
Right.
They were the better team today. We'll get back at them next time. Whatever. That's a leader. You don't ever get up here and get those excuses. But they giving kids the okay to give excuses and like it's not bad business. That's bad business. You got to be accountable, bro. Like you got to, if you're down with your guys, you're down with your guys. We all lost today.
Facts.
Now, one thing you just mentioned about mentoring kids, is there somewhere where like I could sign up my daughter because she does a lot of music?
She does.
Oh,
First
She
time
really
I met,
does.
First time I met his daughter, she's like, "Hey, listen to this." She didn't even say hi. She didn't say nothing. She
Yeah.
just was ready to go.
Hip-hop.
Seriously.
More like she's got those fast beats from like Japan and all that stuff. But she's playing the drums. I got her in drum lessons and all that.
Oh.
But so she's getting the little world tour. Right now we're going through Red Hot Chili Peppers, and then we're gonna go into
Turn on corn.
we're going there
Turn
next.
on corn.
Yeah, so we're going down the little rabbit holes, and I always show her producers like you, and I was like, look at this beat. This is where it came from. Check this out. This is from this era.
Yeah.
And so she's got the ear for
I
it.
love to hear it.
Yeah. But I don't know if you mentor. Is it just like your family that you're mentoring, or is
No. It's total. Like I mentor
And
my kid Audio. He has autism.
oh
Out
okay.
in Jersey. I invited him up to a beat battle that Jerry Wonder just had recently in New York.
That's dope.
I just
Got
blast
it.
him out of nowhere. Told him told the dad, bring him down.
Yeah, because she's serious.
love
It's, you
it.
know,
That's
you know
what's
your
up.
kids. It's not like an overnight thing.
Right.
It's like she's serious. She's been doing it for like 2 years now.
years. Yeah,
Yeah,
So
she's
I'm
on
like buying equipment now. So I'm about to buy a whole drum set for the house.
Right.
Your house is already
Aside
loud,
from
by the
the-
way.
Well, the thing is,
make sure it doesn't get repossessed.
Actually, buy it outright. All right.
Yeah.
well, if you do get
Are you financing this?
get the drum set, they have these rubber lids for them.
Well, they got the digital ones now that look and feel real.
Yeah, they still feel real. But I was saying if she still want, you want to give us some real drums, you know what I'm saying? So, but you can put these muted lids
I've
on
seen
them,
that,
So
yep.
it doesn't make it as loud.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Bing, we're going to wrap up because believe it or not, we hit an hour, yo. This shit goes fast. But before we do this, I got a line I want to ask you. I want you to finish this bar. All right?
Hit me.
Tenacity in the studio sounds like.
Something you haven't heard. Like I said, I try, when you allow yourself to have a true approach to stuff, then you're not led by anything. So I feel like when you have tenacity, it's like you end up doing something that's unprecedented, or you know what I'm saying?
I like that.
You feel me? So it allows you. I tell people all the time, once you start using it, for instance, you automatically put yourself in a box because you think you have to be this way. But when you just go at it and be like, you know what, I think that's hot. That's it. And that's how I've based my whole career on that. I
Right.
think it's hot. I don't care if you don't hear it. I don't care if you don't hear it. I hear it, and I'm sticking to it. When I did Devil New Dress, they said Boom Bap was done.
Mm-hmm.
Literally. They said it was done. They said it was over. They had 808s and hand claps in it. He was done. And look. So I'm always bet on me.
Damn right.
That part.
Always bet on you, dog. Yo, what's the social, man? What's your IG, all the other stuff, so we know people can follow you?
Bink the Humble Monster, IG, and Somav on Twitter.
Okay.
SOMMEF.
Anywhere else they follow you? Any other things coming up that you want them to know about? Any shows? Any other projects that you're working on that you can actually talk about?
Look out for this AZ new EP coming.
All right.
Oh, snap. Okay.
Me and Young Chris been talking to. Great Rockefeller, day one
Yep.
brother.
Young Gun.
Yeah, Young Gunner. Me and Young Gunner been talking, so yeah, that's kind of excited about that too.
Damn right,
Nice. Nice.
bro. Bink, we appreciate you being on the show, bro.
Appreciate y'all having
Absolutely.
me.
Seriously,
Thank
this
you.
could have went for like 3 hours, dog. We wouldn't even have known. But I appreciate you, dog. Bink, on the show, we appreciate you guys tuning in. We got Edgar the Sphere Munoz. We were talking so much, I didn't get a chance to joke his head today, but it's okay. We got way other joints that we can talk about. Mr. Mike Little, Broker from the Bottom. Don't forget, his new book's coming out very, very soon, and we'll talk about that on another episode. DJ Julian Rivera. Make sure you follow us, please. Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, Your Peak Life Podcast. IG for me, at DJ Julian Rivera. Signing out. Peace.